Hey guys, it's Jeff. Earlier this year, Google released their 2020 Web Spam Report. In this report, they broke down everything they're doing to combat spammy, terrible search results in their search engine. In this video, we're going to go over some of the key points in that report and what you can be doing as a marketer to make sure you're not a victim of some of the spammy hacks going on right now. So without further delay, let's unbox it. In a blog Google released in April, they broke down what they've been doing to fight spam in their search engines. They wasted no time to pat themselves on the back and let you know that they've been successfully reducing search engine spam by about 80% over the last 3 years. They also announced that they have made significant investments in artificial intelligence that allows them to reduce the amount of content that's either being scraped from other websites or auto-generated by robots. You heard that right. Google has built an artificial intelligence to fight the artificial intelligence that's creating spam in the search engines. It's like a bad episode of Terminator 2, but I don't know who the villain is. And if you want to be Sarah Connors, they also announced that they need your help to stop the web spam. Some of the biggest issues that create web spam is hacked websites. In this article, they break down the best practices that you should be paying attention to make sure your website is not a victim. So there are 3 major reasons why websites get hacked. And if you're a marketer in charge of your marketing website, you better make sure you're not doing one of these 3 things. The first reason that websites get hacked is due to compromised passwords. If you're still using that password123 password for your website, make sure to change it. Try using a password management system like LastPass or some other equivalent tool to make sure that your passwords are secure and long enough to make sure they don't get hacked by brute force or just simply by giving it away to somebody who doesn't deserve to have it. The second biggest reasons why websites get hacked is due to compromised security in the core technology that manages the website. So for instance, if you're using a content management system like WordPress and you haven't updated that core WordPress to the latest version of PHP, you're likely introducing a vulnerability into your website. The third biggest reasons why your website might get hacked is due to insecure plugins or other technologies being used in conjunction with your content management system. So perhaps you have an old scheduling plugin that you love, but you haven't updated it because it requires you to update all the design and styles of your website. That plugin, as much as you might like it, is creating a significant security vulnerability that could cause your website to be taken over by malicious actors. So in summary, make sure you're not giving away your password to people who don't need them. Make sure you're using really secure passwords and consider using a password management system to make sure those things can't be guessed or hacked into. And also make sure all of your core technologies like your content management system and your plugins are kept up to date so that you don't expose your website to the common security vulnerabilities that hackers are going to take advantage of. In the next section of the report, Google provided a cute little infographic that explains how their process works when it comes to filtering web spam out of their search results. Essentially, they have machines working at every stage of the process to filter out things that they think might be spammy, non-original content, or auto-generated by robots. Let's take a look at how they break this down. You'll see here that there are 3 main layers of security that Google puts in their process. First, they have machines that make sure when they're crawling and discovering new content on the web, that they're filtering and flagging anything that looks like it could be spam based on historical spam tactics, or anything that looks like it could be spam based on new or more recent evolving ways of auto-generating content. The second layer of defense that they have is when they index the content. They have similar machines that are checking to make sure any of the content that's been crawled by their search engine crawlers is checked for spam, duplicate content, or auto-generated content prior to being introduced in the index. The third and final step, once a piece of content is actually in the index and starting to rank, they reinforce the fact that they have a manual review team. At this point in the process, they review any content that they deem to be suspicious, and their team may manually take actions to remove certain content from the search engine. One way you can figure out if your content has been a victim to a manual action is by using Google Search Console. Google makes sure to alert any verified site owners of any manual actions taken against a web property. If you think you've been unfairly targeted by these actions, there is an entire process that allows you to request a reevaluation of your website that's detailed here in this blog. So in this report, Google outlined all the things that they are doing to help combat web spam. They also put a lot of pressure on us as website managers to make sure we're doing our part to prevent the hackers from taking over the internet. So I hope you all found this helpful and you're getting ready for the singularity. Be sure to check back next time as we go through some other videos to help you improve your digital marketing. And remember, always be optimizing.